What's up, you guys? It's Isaac with a chance here. This is my first time movie reviewing, and I'm movie reviewing Bumblebee. So basically, Bumblebee is directed by Travis Knight, starring the stars of Haley Steinfeld, John Cena, and George Lundenberg Jr. So Bumblebee takes us back to the flashback story of how it all started with his movie. I mean, actually, no, his flashback story. Sorry. So so let's talk about Bumblebee. See what the movie's about. So basically, Bumblebee is about he stumbles across the galaxy. He was taking a mission straight to Earth. These some Decepticons and soldiers are trying to find him and go after him. And then this young girl named Charlie Wilson. He's played by um, um, Haley Steinfeld, who's trying to find who's learning things about herself and trying to find her own place in the world after the death of her father. So that's what the movie's about. So basically, I have seen all the Transformers movies, and they were actually I did see the 1986 animated film, which is a great film, and I love. And speaking of which, I love the way how Bumblebee has turned out and gave us that good Transformers childhood feeling, and this it's one of the best Transformers movies you will ever watch in your life, and Michael Bay films just made them dark and then making any sense that they didn't understand about the cartoon. But with Travis Knight, he understands about the cartoon. So I really enjoy when I went to see this movie today. I was too excited to watch Bumblebee because he's one of the famous great characters of all. And what I like about Bumblebee what I like about Bumblebee is the storyline was actually great. The plot was great. The performances were great, and I'm glad how they takes us back to the 80s. We get to listen to the 80s music and learn things about the 80s before social media arrived, before iPhones, Androids started off. So that's it. So and that's about it. And all the stuff that we had, like electronics, they never had that stuff back then in the 80s. They were dreaming about that, but that never happened. So yeah, that never happened yet. So basically, and also what I like about this movie is the funniest moments that made me laugh. I love the funny moments of this movie, and I love the heartwarming and heartbreaking that felt my heart for this film. And I grew up on Transformers anyway. The thing is, I grew up on Transformers when I was about 8 years old, 11 years ago in 2007. I know it's not that long though. So this movie was funny, silly, heartbreaking, heartwarming, a great Transformers movie. I'm Bumblebee and I'm proud. I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. And also, you know what I like about this movie? I'm glad we got what I like about this movie. I'm glad we got a new director, a new star that gave us a good feeling about the child of the um. Hold on a second. What I like about this movie is they gave that Travis Knight and Haley Steinfeld gave us that good feeling that kids will ever watch. And this movie does not have any dirty languages. They have clean language. They have the clean languages. They have good, good, good action scenes. The action sequences were actually great. Like, oh my god, I love the opening part of the film. Like, you get to see some G1 characters, like you saw in the movie trailers. You didn't see any G1 characters in the trailers except for Bumblebee because he was the only one. Because Bumblebee actually basically this movie's all about Bumblebee. I know this movie's all about Transformers, but this Transformers is actually all about Bumblebee because we have to figure out how did he get to Earth, who's the first person that he met before he met Sam Witwicky and before he met Kay Yeager. So And also, what I like about this movie is that Travis Knight and Haley Steinfeld did a good job with this film. And I'm glad they got our wrestler John Cena, who did a good job, who did good on Blockers. That was actually hilarious. Blockers, I never watched. I never seen Blockers. I really trying to watch. I'm really gonna start watching Blockers. Excuse me. So this So Travis Knight made Bumblebee a lot brighter because with Michael Bay's Transformers movies were actually completely dark and too much sexual and too much not childhood scenes in the movie, and none of the Transformers didn't make any sense. Then didn't make any sense that the humans turned to the human one of the humans turned to Transformers, which actually didn't really look too well. You know, those movies were actually kind of were not really that great, and, so, and they don't have annoying characters. So with Bumblebee, speaking about Transformers, you didn't see you. I'm glad you don't get to see any annoying characters. You didn't see any main characters that start screaming and being nasty and being disgusting and saying bad languages. Those were just that's not child friendly. That's Michael Bay's Transformers movies, because those movies were actually not good, and I find them good. It's just that they were not perfect like the G1 cartoon. And what I like about Bumblebee is that Travis Knight made everything perfect and make it all chop make it that the kids make the movie good that the kids can see. They get to see some Transformers like the Transformers you saw in the cartoons. And if you grew up on Transformers, if you were born in the '80s or something like that, if you grew up on Transformers, I think you're gonna love Bumblebee, because Bumblebee was actually a funny, heartwarming, heartbreaking film. And Charlie Wilson didn't really, with Sam Witwicky, he screams like crazy. He was the most annoying character in all the Transformers movies anyway. But Haley Steinfeld, who plays Charlie Wilson, did a great did a great job. I really like Haley Steinfeld. I am a big Haley Steinfeld fan. Haley Steinfeld did a good job. I'm glad it was her first time joining this Transformers movie for the very first time. So, like I said, if you grew up on Transformers, if you're a big Transformers fan, if you were born in the '80s or the '70s, if you love Transformers, you're going to love it. You'll get used to it. If you love Transformers, you'll like Bumblebee. And speaking of Bumblebee, I think Optimus Prime will make his own movie, since some fans and reviewers said that Bumblebee was actually a great movie, because it was much better. Because Bumblebee is kind of like reminds me of E.T. and the Iron Giant, E.T. the Extraterrestrial and the Iron Giant, which are both great movies. I really love those films. And Travis Knight, who did Kubo and the Two Strings, maybe he did, and also he probably did Paranorman and The Box Trolls, which are both great films. I really love those movies. My most favorite is Kubo and the Two Strings. That was one of my great favorites. Love it. And I'm glad he direct. And then Travis Knight, I'm glad he directed a Transformers movie for the first time. I guess he figured out, like, you know what, I can direct Bumblebee. Let me see what's Transformer. I guess he probably watched all the five Transformers movies to figure out that what he should do to make the Transformers movies perfect, and how he can save the franchise. Well, that's a good one. What he can save about the franchise is make everything in those Transformers solo films child friendly. If he made those movies child friendly, then all the kids are gonna love it. Like, more than the Michael Bay Transformers movies, which are really, really bad. And Revenge of the Fallen is a lot worse than Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction, and The Last Night. Actually, The Last Night did a little bit worse. I didn't really enjoy The Last Night this much, but I did enjoy The Last Night. The Last Night was actually a-okay. But Age of Extinction got me pinched up, which means you get to see a Decepticon lockdown from Age of Extinction. Let me tell you. So the first movie you get Megatron, second movie you get the Fallen, third movie you get Sentinel Prime, fourth movie you get Lockdown, and also the fifth movie, The Last Night, you get Quintessa. Boom. And then with Bumblebee you get two Decepticons. Wow. You're gonna love it. If you have seen the trailer for the movie, you're going to love it. If you don't know, if you ever love if you ever love Transformers, like for a long time since you were like probably about my age or a kid, or if you were a toy collector during that time, then you're gonna love this movie. I think some of you comic book people should watch Bumblebee. Cause I don't really read comic books. I just watch the movies, and I love Transformers. Big fan. I still watch the Michael Bay Transformers movies, but the only one I normally watch is Age of Extinction, or The Last Night, Dark of the Moon, Revenge of the Fallen, or the first movie. I just normally watch those films most for sometimes. I enjoyed the first movie, but I enjoyed the one of the most favorite films I normally enjoy is Age of Extinction, because that's the only movie I enjoyed better. So that's all I know about Transformers, because we were speaking Transformers here. It basically, Transformers was out in 1984, because it said 84, because I already got the Bumblebee shirt right here. If you see Bumblebee, he's right here. So that's all I gotta say to this video. Bumblebee was actually a great movie. I'm glad I told y'all what the movie's about. You're going to love it. And the movie was actually a perfect film that Travis Knight did a good job on, that he did like he did with Kubo and the Two Strings, which is a great movie. I love it. So that's all I gotta say to this video about Bumblebee. If you're a Transformer, like I said, if you're a Transformers fan, if you don't like Michael Bay's Transformers movies, then you're gonna love Travis Knight's Bumblebee. You're gonna love it. I don't know if he's directing Optimus Prime's movie. I heard Optimus Prime making his own movie. I heard Cybertron's making that. I heard Cybertron's making their own movie. I heard Cybertron is getting a movie as well. Like, take us back of how it all began before life began on Cybertron. So that's all I got to say to this video. Hopefully we should come out with other Transformers solo films, like Optimus Prime and Cybertron and some other solo characters. So that's all I got to say. So that's all I got to say to this video, and that's about it. So be sure to like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram also, and press notification button, comment down below, and I'll see y'all next time.